Whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm here with Shelly Porges. She spoke this morning at our Women and Entrepreneur event. Shelly is with the State Department Global Women's Business Initiative. Shelly, this morning you said that giving women economic opportunity gives them voice, and I was hoping you would just expand on that concept a little bit for us right now.
Sure, I'd be happy to. One of the things we find all over the world is that even talented women, even accomplished women at some level, often lack confidence and often don't see themselves in a role as voices of change for their societies, for their communities. But what we find is that as we help them succeed economically, they find those voices, their confidence builds, and with some encouragement, they take that confidence and start looking to create change for other women.
You've had a very diverse career. You were in the private sector. You described yourself earlier as a serial entrepreneur. Obviously, now you're in the State Department, and you gave really moving and passionate remarks earlier. Do you think that your diverse experience has made your focus on empowerment for women and girls all the stronger now?
Well, I like to think that the diverse background I bring to the State Department as a Franklin Fellow, it's a special program for late career people who come with a special focus or special expertise. I like to think that that brings, some added value that the State Department didn't have before, and based on our results, I think that that's the case. But yeah, I think I've always been involved with women's economic empowerment and women's empowerment in general. I was the president of the Financial Women's Association of San Francisco during a time of great growth. We tripled our membership during that time, and I've been involved in many other different kinds of women's initiatives. So that's been a theme in my career. I think it comes partly from my own experience that even when I thought I performed well, it didn't always, in the day, we didn't always, women didn't always get the kind of rewards that men got. And so I think that was part of the motivation.
What's the significance of the Global Women's Business Initiative sitting inside the economic arm of the State Department?
Well, thank you for noticing that. We think that's really important. Of course, we have a fantastic Global Women's Issues group headed up by Ambassador Milan Verveer that does fantastic work. But beyond that, we're all looking to mainstream the gender issues. It's quite clear that when it comes to economics, not to speak of other issues, that the gender lens is central to prosperity. And that is why, I'm proud to be part of the Economics Bureau. I'm glad that the Secretary had the foresight to make it part of the Economics Bureau, and that I get a chance to operate within the economics realm, because there are many things that we deal with that the Global Women's Issues Group never even sees. And so this is really an opportunity to set an example also for other governments in terms of what our expectations are and lead by example.
In terms of opportunity for U.S. Chamber member companies to partner with the work that you're doing, what do you see as good potential here?
I'm glad you asked that. We see the U.S. Chamber as a phenomenal partner, and all of us, as we travel the world, we always make a point to meet with Chamber members. We often speak to Chamber audiences, trying to share our experience and get input from Chamber members as to, how they see the world and help us do a better job of what we're trying to get done. Bottom line, we also are involved with lots of public-private partnerships, whether it's large corporations like some of the ones who are here today who support our activities. For example, the follow-on activities to the African Women's Entrepreneurship Program that I described this morning on the panel are being funded by ExxonMobil in Africa, as just one of many examples of lots of partners that we have in various of our activities.